Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good Wednesday. In the market, it's October 20th, 2021. We're going to talk about this, what this is right here on the SPY. And GameStop, and its erratic behavior today. Really strange. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. And we also have a Twitter you can follow us on at Happy Money YT, and we have a Discord too you could jump on if you'd like. It is in the description, the link. I share all our trades and stuff on there. So today it's kind of crazy. I'm trying to, IV's really low, which is nice for buying premium, but get kind of bored with it, with the stock, and I don't just want to give everything away to buying premium. So try and sell some premium, and I get shaken out sometimes because GME is so erratic with its price action, and today was so strange. We've got about 30 minutes left. The volume today is 2.12 million, so pretty good volume relatively for the last I mean, it looks really even right now. We still have 30 minutes left, so this will be a little higher. This will be higher, probably average in the last maybe month. So more like this volume day, and then this volume day with the big double doji. But what's strange is there was not much price action. The thing moved so weird today, and I don't know if it's computer share buys or what's going on, but look at this thing on the minute chart. It's super strange. Let's see, this is 10. Yeah, I mean, when we see low volume, we'll see like weird gapping candlesticks and candle bodies and that sort of thing. Weird big gap down here, just totally flushed out, and then had a big epic bounce off of that. So I actually sold a covered calls right here. This thing went all the way down. They immediately were profitable to 35%. I held it. I was like, I'm bearish on GME right now anyways, and rallied back up, went back to like 0, and then I was losing on them when they were up here. And then yeah, it's doing just these weird low volume, and there's volume spikes just come in. Volume comes in, it rallies up, and then it gets shut back off, back to like no volume. 300 volume on that candle, and then volume spikes back in. So yeah, I bought back those calls at the best time I could have. Best meaning the worst, right up here. I was like, dang it, why am I shorting this thing? But look, it's just so strange. The volume kicks in and the thing just rips, and then it just gets shut off, and it's back to being a penny stock. Just stars. Volume kicks in, rips, and then now it's just back to that. It's super, it was really weird today. Just not even the volume in and out. Like we've seen that sometimes, maybe once per day, but not all these random times. And then also it's holding up really well, actually. All things considered, it's like the volume would come in, bunch of buy orders, it'd rip it up, and then it just shut off and it gets shorted back down. But it's like they couldn't bring it down enough. There was really too much buying going on during those volume spikes. And overall, I mean, we're only down 0.8%. Pretty much flat. Volatility throughout, though. We went 181 up to 188. Pretty large range once again. But not really making any grounds. So coming into close, looks like we'll rally up a little bit. Max Pain did get moved up also. So that's kind of interesting. It moved up to 182.5. Let's see if it's still there. Yep, 182.5 it moved up to. I still think it's going to come down. The indicators are still showing me that, but it's having a hard time. It's really grinding down. Look, you can see the kind of the resistance on that 9 moving average. Really grinding down, and today was just back and forth with these volatility swings around VWAP. This white line's VWAP, volume weighted average price. Huge dip, rip, dip, rip, dip, but it's all right around that VWAP, and really didn't lose a whole lot of ground today. I thought we were gonna come down more. I saw this big candle form. I was like, oh boy, here it is. And it just pulled right out of there. So pretty interesting. I still think it's gonna come down some. And the support I'm kind of seeing is this 174 still. But after today, I mean, it's kind of interesting how well it's holding up. And then if you look at it on the daily, look at this doji. It pretty much just touched the 9 moving average. I think it's a 9. Yeah. So that makes me think it's going to stay above that, but I'm not so sure. I still think it's probably going to come down. It's kind of a little head and shoulders type thing here on the 4-hour and on the daily. The 4-hour, you can kind of see the momentum starting to shift, even though the MACD hasn't crossed over. And we still have the divergences here. We have one here with this high and then this high, this high and then this high. And then we kind of had one here also. Kind of hard to see on the 4-hour. Yeah, it's kind of strange, man. These rip rallies. And then the MACD, of course, there's a divergence here with this high, and then this high is higher, but the MACD is lower. So I think it's going to be coming down. It seems like it's maybe moving slower than I anticipated on when it comes down to test this support. Might be later this week, might even be next week, unless we really get some shorting going on. And part of the reason maybe could be because the overall market, it moves with the market typically, and the overall market's been just insanely. I think this is more manipulated going to the upside right now than GME is manipulated to the downside. I mean, this is just insane looking. This is what the heck is this? This is on a daily chart. This is the ETF that tracks the largest companies in the world. It took a month to go from this high down to this low, and it took like 2 weeks to just make it all back up with just gap. And look at this thing on the hourly. The hourly for the last, let's see, that's been since last Wednesday for a full week, has just been pinned at overbought. It's not actually pinned because it keeps going higher. And I actually said, we said back here, I'm bullish on it. With my trading, there was never a good entry though, because it'd gap up, just so you couldn't trade it. Gap up, pre-market, and then it'd just be flat. Gap up, be flat. So the whole time, there's never a good entry. Unless if you want to just trade on hopes and dreams and get something way late and hope it keeps going, which you can do that, little scalp, but I didn't get an entry on it. Even though I was calling it out down here that it's going to come back up and get close to that all-time high, I don't think we're going to break it still, but I could be wrong. I mean, this is an inverse head and shoulders here we have. So we had that, and we also had that divergence back here on the daily. So it had every reason to go up. But just the fact that the chart finally is doing this, I'm kind of expecting it not to break out to new highs, but we'll see. Tomorrow, if it does, it'll probably be tomorrow, because I mean, this chart still looks very bullish. let's not be crazy here. It looks very bullish. We've got basically a bull flag on the SPY day after day. Today's great case in point. The MACD did cross bearish, and of course we're way overbought, but for whatever reason it has no care in the world how high the RSI gets on here. This is our all-time high, 454.05, so that could easily be done in one day with how the SPY's been moving. We'll see. Maybe it'll retest it. Maybe it'll break out. Once it gets up there, though, probably consolidate until it comes back down. And I'm wondering if that's kind of part of the reason why the SPY, or why GME has been able to kind of hold up these last few days so well, because we're starting to see the divergence here, and then it just kind of looked odd. I mean, this looks strange also. Not as strange as that, but this just looks like it needed to come back down like this day, and it didn't, and then it just kind of kept going. So I guess it's possible we consolidate up in this range, and this was kind of just a spring test, maybe Wyckoff. But I'm not seeing it yet. I'm still seeing that it's bearish, and I'm expecting maybe with the market, if it comes down and start filling in these gaps, maybe this week or next week, then GameStop will probably use that momentum to come down. But today's price action is so abnormal. I mean, this thing. Anyways, shook me in and out. It's embarrassing. Like, I don't even share some of the trades because I'm just scalping and day trading. I'm like, I should just stop. Way over trading. My hands are what makes me lose money the most. Me touching it all the time. Touchy, touchy, touchy. History. Look at that. Hardly any history, actually. That's interesting. So, yep. Sold the covered calls and then bought them back and then sold them back again. And I took a fat loss the first time I bought it back. Made back some of it now. And with selling premium, you're playing the clock. So really, you want to just wait and not be in and out. GameStop is, I'm expecting an explosion at some point, and so it's scary. But yeah, we made back 500 on those today. I'll probably close them. I don't think I want to hold any covered calls overnight. Didn't really make any other trades. Root has come up some. PaySafe also. We got in those kind of on the early bit of their rally. LAC, I've got time on that. The one I don't have much time on is IRNT and Kodak. And my coin put is not working. Bitcoin. Oh man. So here's IRNT. I hate that the chart does this. I think it's because it's trying to find that moving average. IRNT still looks good to me. It's kind of a bull flag setup here. MACD still stayed bullish. So I think it just consolidated after that. And if you look at it, this is a head, there's a shoulder, there's a shoulder, another inverse head and shoulders. I think this thing's gonna probably rally. I think it's still good. I might average down on those. I thought about it today, then I didn't. The daily on this thing is, it's a little sketchy still. I mean, nothing's bullish on it as far as MACD or candles over the 9 moving average. Just this big green candle, which kind of helps solidify the stop of the downward momentum. But Kodak is the other one. Looking good. This one I probably could average in on. This chart looks a little bit better to me. I thought about doing a put credit spread on here. Bullish MACD on the daily. Green over the 9. Today's a nice little consolidation on that. And on the hourly. Hourly it's bearish, but it looks like it well, actually, that's actually a bear flag. Wonder if it's going to keep coming down in the short term. I don't know. I like it on the daily. This just looks like a nice consolidation candle. The fact that there's a doji down here means it's holding up. So, and all that volume coming in yesterday. I don't know. I think this one will be good. Might consolidate a little bit more though. But let's see. Those are the main plays. Coin I'm getting wrecked on. Bitcoin is at all-time highs. PaySafe, Root. I did sell covered calls on my rocket shares today. Hopefully that doesn't screw me like those Airbnb covered calls I did. PaySafe, might come down a little bit on the hourly. But on the daily, it looks like it's just kind of grinding up, which is good. Nice green and then consolidate, green, consolidate. Got bullish MACD. Still, of course, have this nice big divergence from here to here on the RSI and the MACD. So that one, I think that one will be good too. And then Root, I am Root. This one actually ended up rallying today, so that's nice. Kind of grinding up, nothing crazy, but it's just, it found a floor. Now it's just consolidating and getting some buyers in there. Green on the MACD, green over the 9. This is all daily. And again, we have this big divergence back here to here. And on the hourly, it's looking good too. Yeah. Yeah, everything looks good there on the hourly. Kind of setting up. It looks like a little more consolidated before it rallies. Man, crazy price action on GME. But yeah, so we have those 187.5 covered calls. And I probably should close them. And then on our TD account, doing the poor man's covered calls with this leap and then these 100 shares here. So I've got these two I never touched. These were 200 calls. So I think it was 292. Is that the premium I got on it? Maybe. So that's what I got for you guys. Thanks so much for watching. It's the long game. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be short. It's a long game. Oh, we will see you tomorrow. Peace out.